Okay, today I'm going to show you the best way to schedule showings for your client through MLS. So first things first, we want to make sure that our client is in as a contact. So you'll just go in, put them in as a contact. Save those, and then there they are, and there is a contact. You go back to the main screen. There's a couple of ways to bring up the search. I usually just click search and go to criteria. You can also do residential quick. It brings up a few extra things to search through, but most of the time I find that's not necessary. So say they're looking for $300,000 or less price point, 3-bed, 2-bath minimum, fairly new home, and they're looking in Northport. Okay, so you've got 4 results that come up, so you just click on the results. One of those is actually a rental, so you've got 3 homes you can show your client, and so you're just going to add them to the cart. You'll have to do a new cart since she is a new client. Save those to the cart, and you'll see right here it's added 3 listings to Betsy's cart. So then if you go back to the main screen and you open up your carts, there she is, and there's the listings we saved. So to schedule a showing for each of those, you would select them all and click showing time. First, I want to point out that you can also email them from this link. Client summary or client full are usually the ones that I choose, and once you do that, it will actually notify you what date that was sent so you can keep track of it. And then on the back end, the client can also say if they like something or they don't like something. That way it's kind of helpful in narrowing down if you have a lot of options. So you'll go to showing time. You'll want to add it to a showing cart since there are more than one showing. If you only had one showing, a showing cart would not be even an option. So you'll just pick a day that you want to show her. It will bring all 3 of those listings into here in the showing cart, and it will show you the distance and the time between each one. Now, there may be some that you want to do first, depending on location or where you're meeting the buyer, that kind of thing. This one's also a go and show, so I'll point out that you may want to do a go and show last. That way you're not having to make an appointment. If you're running a few minutes behind, then you don't have to call and necessarily notify anybody because it's likely vacant. So you can actually also do a smart route. That will help you determine the best route to take that is maybe the least amount of time. But you just kind of have to determine what's best for you and your client. So then you click on schedule a time. So you can just do, a little bit of a time frame there. They're not very far apart, so you wouldn't necessarily need to have a lot of time in between them. But I usually plan for at least 30 minutes for the showing and then an overlap of about 15 minutes. That seems to be a good way to determine that. That way you're not having a lot of time in between, but you're also giving your client enough time to look around. So you've got all of those in here, so then you would just click send request. I'm not going to do that because I don't actually have a client that wants to see those today. So then you can also do print tour details. This will bring up, you click on the buyer's version. This looks really nice in a buyer packet. It's got the information about the houses, what time they're scheduled for. You can also click to add a map, and they can kind of get an idea of where these are. You can also do directions. You can print that tour from here. You can close out of that. And then if you also wanted to print out this information for the buyer packet, you can do that as well by clicking on client full. This is something I would give my clients when we go on showings. And then also you can click agent full, and that would give you a little bit more information that is not on the buyer side. I hope this was helpful.